Good morning, Electric All-Wheel. It is a hot one here in Florida already, but I wanted to get out here and use the Insta360 X5 to answer a question for you guys, and we've been getting it a lot. And that is, can the battery of Lectric XP 3.0 work on the Lectric XP 4.0? Now you can see that we already have the initial dual battery install. This is the Lectric Haichuang 14 amp hour battery that we've installed on the crossbar of the Lectric XP 4.0, and it does have a dual battery balancer inside. This is the 500 watt, it's the 20 amp universal kit which is inside to this, but what I want to show you is an installation using an XP 3.0's battery and how it can power this. And then I'm going to give you a special treat and show you something really unique that a lot of other individuals who are really keen on the dual battery scenario have been asking about. We're going to show you the bag that we prefer, and then we're going to take it for a ride, run it down to Brad and see what he thinks about it. I always like showing off to Brad and get his first take on the added extra battery and how it does work with the 3.0. We will leave links for all of the products that we use in this video in the description below, and we appreciate you utilizing those links to help keep this channel going, and that includes the e-bikes and the batteries from Lectric. So check those out. We'll leave links for all of that in the description below, including the mount for this, and then the bike case bag that we're so hip on. We like that bag a lot. And then the bike case suspension seat post. Definitely want to get a piece of this. This is the Cloud 9 suspension seat with the bike case suspension seat post, and it takes care of all of your suspension woes. So get on that. It is well worth it. You can thank me later. If you haven't already, give us a like and subscribe on YouTube. It is our primary. And if you're in the area, check out e-bikes of Tampa Bay, Florida. Get in that Facebook group, make an event, and go for a ride with your friends. Let's just get to this. I'm going to put this camera on my chest so you can see it from my first person perspective. I'm still trying to figure out this camera, so you guys stick with me. Okay, so this is the bag that we're gonna use, and the reason I chose this bag and we like it so much is it's got these ports for the wiring to go in, and then it's a pretty easy on and off install. So I'm just gonna show you that right now. Let's see here. If the seat comes down, if you're a shorter rider and you need your seat to come down, just make sure you get it clearanced here. So I'm gonna put this one right on the inside loop. Open it up. Beautiful. Now it has an opening on both ends, so don't worry about that. Now what I'm gonna do is come over here and get a 3.0 battery. Voila. Keys there. Actually, I need the keys in the battery, so might as well just keep that. You need them because of the on-off scenario. It doesn't have a switch on the old ones like on the new ones. Now, I'm going to take my Electric All-Wheel factory external battery adapter, and what I'm going to do is put it on to the head of this. Now, on the head, you'll see that on the very ends is positive and negative, and we're going to need to line those up to make sure that this thing is on correctly. So I'm going to put the black wire onto the negative end, red wire on positive, and then I'm going to put my clip on here. And then I will line up my 3 pins, get that on the face, and then voila. While I don't recommend this, you can see that it's on there pretty well. Okay, now this battery is on, ready to go, so I'm gonna go ahead and install it. And there we go, and it is just wide enough to get in there. We really, really like that. So this is some of that moisture desiccant. I have my cable end right here out. Now what I have is one of the cables for this battery. All I need to do is really unplug this second battery, so you guys know it's right here. My cable is out here. From that install, we only used one of the XT60 extension cables, so I'm just going to use the second one from the kit, run it up into this bag, and then boom, plug it in. Okay, now I'm just going to go ahead and close that up, zip this up. We know that this second battery is undone. There we go. And so both the factory and the second battery are out. And now I'm going to look for power. I can see it now. Put it in pass 1. So right now it's split. You know, this battery is not working and this battery is not working. This battery is. Here we go. Voila. That is powered from the 3.0 battery here in the bag. We have an internal install. You are good to go. Now, one question we get a lot is, can you add a second balancer? Yes, you can. We also have the DX4. For the 500 watt, the current is matched to the output of the controller. And right now, we only need a 20 amp balancer. For this exercise, what I can show you is that, let me just go ahead. I'm going to leave this out. This is not a recommended install because I would always want to bag my balancer. But what I can do is, this is a battery input, so I'll go ahead and plug this in, and then I'm going to plug this in, and then this would be for another battery, let's say from this battery, and just plug that in here. So now what I'm going to do is unplug this one. You know it's split. So the bike is open. This is split. Here is this battery. And then the rear battery has been unplugged. There are two balancers, one inside and one in my hand. And there you go. That's this battery only. Now, in this scenario, when I plug this one in, now we're on a dual battery scenario. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to keep that going. This is dual battery here with this battery and this battery. And what I'm going to do is just keep it going. There we go. Still going. Still ripping. Perfect. I'm going to plug it back in. And then I'm going to unplug this other one. And there it is. Still ripping. That's this battery. And we know that this was unfolded. So it's that. So that was a dual battery scenario through and through for just this battery and this battery. And then when I close up the bike, that means it would be a triple battery setup. So let's see. Go ahead and keep that throttle going. All right, now we know these two are connected. What I'm going to really do is just unplug the balancer from the bike. These two are unconnected and it's still going. So we know that that's actually the factory battery in the body of the bike. This is great. So how would I really deal with this? I would probably try and chuck up inside my balancer here, And because it's just not long enough, maybe it is for this one, right? We'll go ahead and plug in a battery here. And then I know I have my extension. So take and plug this in. And then this in, and then here's my second battery, or my third battery, if you will. I'm gonna go ahead and plug that one in. My balancer is inside the bag. And then close the door, and then I probably use my Tidy Helper cable clips right here. You will need an extra set of extensions if you go this route and you try and do this thing, but you can already see, like, this is a triple battery setup, electric battery, electric battery, electric battery. This comes from the Trike, the X Premium, that old school bad boy, Expedition, and the Lectric 1. And then this battery is out of a 3.0 step through, so that's awesome. And then this battery is the factory 10.4 for the XP 4.0. All electric batteries, but adding them together with the electric all-wheel dual battery kits, I would definitely want to add an extra one here just so I could get this down and up in there. Nice and clean, no tension. But you get the idea. We have these as an extra added product that you can get with yours, so if you need extra extensions to get to your bags, then you can do it. So here we go. Now I'm just gonna, let's see, how do I want to do this? I think this would be a good way right here. I could maybe grab both of these at the same time. For sure. Beautiful. Look at that. Now you don't have to triple battery this thing. It's a bit excessive, but I wanted to demonstrate it because we've been getting a lot of questions about doing it. There we go. Nice handle. This is good. All right, so we are out here on the trail and it is working. This is a triple battery XP 4.0. The intent was to show the use of a 3.0 battery used with the kit as a second battery, because we all know that Lectric did a lot of sales during the 2023-2024 era with extra batteries, and they were like 50% off, so it was like a super good deal and a lot of people purchased them. And now there are a lot of batteries out there, and if anyone picked up an XP4 and wanted to get an extra battery on there but didn't need to buy it because you already had one, you can use one of the electric all-wheel external factory battery adapters. We are also demonstrating that second balancer will allow for this. We do have the DX4, which is a quad input, quad output balancer or combiner that will allow you to add 4 batteries and that will provide power for 4 outputs. So keep that in mind. That's pretty awesome. Now we've essentially tripled the range and plus some with this. The original factory battery is 10.4 amp hours. We added another 10.4 amp hours from the XP 3.0, and then the 14 amp hours from the Haichuang battery from the Lectric 1 and or the Lectric Trike and or the Expedition and or the X Premium. I'm not sure if the 14 is out with the X Premium, but regardless, it's there. So we have a ton of range going on with this bike. Now I just want to go see what Brad thinks. If he's not busy, he'll come out and play. Otherwise, he'll just probably get a dismissal scenario. Also, This thing seems to be rattling in the bag a lot, so you may need to cushion that as you're going. Not a big deal. I can feel it and hear it bouncing off the rack. Hey, guy. Look over there. All the Amos.
Who's that guy?
How are you? Mr. Brad,
What's up, dude?
how are you? I brought something to show you.
What?
Can you just come look? Just want to get your immediate reaction. I see it's a country day here in the shop. Who's on DJ duty? Is that Wes?
This is West side in here.
The West
We got
mix?
country, and then we got the new age techno playing in the showroom. Best of both worlds. So, okay.
Triple battery.
Triple.
Uh-huh.
Where you heading?
Have a look in there.
Hey, look at that.
That's a 3.0 step-through battery
Nice.
with the external factory battery adapter. And
That's cool.
it's, instead of like using like the DX4, it's actually just an extra balancer.
Oh, yeah. Nice.
So anybody who doesn't want to undo their install from their internal compartment
Yeah.
can now add their third.
Nice. How far have you gone?
This was just now, right? It's hot.
Yeah.
You know how it is. Have you ridden this thing yet?
No.
Never ever?
No. Had a customer come through this morning, actually, on one. Might have been the first one I saw in person,
Yeah.
but it was a step through. It was, looked like it's very well built.
Wait a minute. I showed you the first one in person.
Well, I guess.
What do
Maybe
you
the first
mean?
step through. Maybe that's what it is, the first step through. Definitely. This one, I mean, you have to look at it, it has more subtle changes, but the step through is definite. Like the frame down at the bottom bracket area and everything's just totally
Yeah, way different.
beefed up.
What do you think about this graphite color? Not black, but almost
it.
black.
Yeah. Nice color.
Yeah. How do you feel about this bag? You've seen the other one, though, the roll-up waterproof.
Oh, yeah. I like it. It's nice and streamlined. Stick out off the sides. It's low, so it's not going to flip flop.
It's the most excited I've seen you all day.
Or a trunk bag.
Oh
Or a
my!
rack bag.
Ooh, ah.
Yeah.
All right, we still got to get you on this thing,
Yeah.
but we're gonna
Nice.
probably dedicate, for sure,
Okay. Come with
absolutely
that?
necessary.
Is that
No way,
factory?
you know where that came from. What do you think about the color?
Nice.
It's a little dusty, but I haven't taken off the
It's,
plastic film.
Very simple. Oh, there we go.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool. 15 miles. Still at 100%.
Do you wonder why?
Wow. Nice.
Yeah.
This is nicer. Nicer than the.
So this is 3 times plus range. That's the 10.4 amp hour, and then that's the equivalent 3.0 10.4, and then this one is the 14.
I like that's all electric too.
Yeah, every one of them.
Yeah.
I hope they like that.
Yeah.
I hope Lectric likes it.
Electric Frankenstein.
Yeah. How do you feel about these tires?
I like it better than the Nobbies. I mean, it's
Yeah, they're much more quiet.
quieter. I'm sure they last longer than the little micro Nobbies they usually come with. Like,
Like this one, this old 2.0. Ooh, those are old. Oh my. Electrics. All right, I'm gonna get this back to the house. I was gonna do range calculations, but it's like multiply it by 3. Oh, it's coming off. I know.
okay.
Cardinal Brad Sin right here. Yeah, I'm gonna cut that off. Just for
Sloppy install, man.
demonstration purposes only. Golly, tough crowd. Yeah, I would definitely tie it off inside, bring this down. I would use the little Tidy Helper cable clips and then have it
All right.
stick straight to the frame and then align that instead of just tying down like that.
Yeah.
'Cause I don't want you crying about me wasting zip ties.
Yeah.
All right, bud.
All right.
I'll see you later.
Alrighty.
Wes, don't work too hard.
Just for foot pegs back here.
Yeah, yeah, no,
Nice.
yeah.
Nice.
It is. Well, there you have it. We have our answer. This does indeed work. We can use the Lectric XP 3.0's battery. We plugged it in, we bagged it with the bike case e-bike battery bag, and the best benefit here is these doors. Brad actually got on to me about this zip tie, and I knew subconsciously he was gonna do it, but whatever, it's fine. This is a triple battery setup. Now, we had intended this video just to show you that it can be possible for you to add a second battery with your XP 3.0 batteries that you have hanging around. This does work for the 2.0 and 1.0 batteries. The factory external adapter does work for both or all three, so you guys keep that in mind. So those batteries are interchangeable with our factory external adapter. And then we also showed a second balancer installed for a triple battery effect. So 1, 2, 3, triple battery. And if you use a DX4, you could actually do more. So keep that in mind as well. We are pretty pleased with this. I want to give you some range calculations real quick. Wasn't in the plans, but with a triple battery setup like this, 10.4 plus 10.4 plus 14 equals 34.8. Gonna multiply that by 48 and you get 1,670 watt hours, and then you're gonna divide that by 25, and 25 is the Mica toll constant, and it says it's 25 watt hours per mile ridden at 20 miles an hour throttle only, and you get 66.81 miles out of your dual battery or triple battery Lectric XP 4.0. Now, of course, they have the 17.5 amp hour battery now, and they have these that are actually out at 14. They do have the 10s. They have the 14 long range for the 3.0. So there's a lot of combinations. Just add your amp hours together and do the calculations. You don't have to worry about different varying amp hours. Just make sure you use the factory spec voltage and you'll be fine. So 48 volts across the board, that's the way. And also, I don't know if you can see back here, but this one has the second battery with a 10 amp hour Haichuang battery that has been so good to us. That can be used on this bike as well. Well, there you have it. You guys, make sure you keep in mind the bike case suspension seat post. I cannot stress enough what a fabulous combination and almost a needed accessory for this bike is. Coupled with the Cloud9 suspension seat post, it is premium. This 31.8 millimeter post, or it's actually the shim with the 27.2 post, works perfectly. We are very, very happy with that. We'll likely get some Allscape tires on this thing in the future. You can see them here. These are really nice tires, very quiet, and we like them a lot. 20x3s, they work very well. And then this bike also has the new Velo Glow strip LEDs. Those are pretty sweet as well. We'll leave a link for that. They look really good, and they'll work just the same on the XP 4.0. It does have an e-bike mount for the rear hub, which is the reason why we chose them in the first place. If you haven't already, give us a like and subscribe on YouTube. It is our primary, and if you're in the area, check out e-bikes of Tampa Bay, Florida. Get in that Facebook group, make an event, and go for a ride with your friends. We will talk to you next time.